Come here, son, nephew, young man. Let me holler at you. When you are going through life, it's not in your best interest to just float through, to make decisions at the drop of a hat with no thought, no planning, and then to change your course or not even have a course in that you're going in life. Men need to know how to prioritize. The definition of priority is the fact or condition of being regarded or treated as more important. So then to prioritize means to designate or treat as more important than other things, or to designate or treat something in parentheses as more important than other things. Now, ask yourself, what do I prioritize? What I see a lot of men prioritizing are pleasure, wasting time, and things that make them feel good. That can be in many forms. That can be in the form of playing video games too much. And granted, if that's what you do as a hobby, and you still have your other priorities in line, and you're still going through life in a successful manner, I'm not knocking you. But if you're playing games and you're behind in life, what are you doing? I've even seen some men prioritize being at the gym, chasing after females, doing drugs to feel good, hanging out, to waste time and make time pass. I've even seen some men prioritize bringing other men down. Instead of trying to pull themselves up and move forward, they're trying to hold other men back. Clothes, shoes, jewelry. Now, if you're talking about fine jewelry that appreciates in value, again, I'm not knocking you. But if we're talking about some trinkets that are only valuable in the street where people want to kill you for it, but if you try to resell it on an open market next to people with other fine jewelry and they'll laugh at you, you made a bad investment, in my opinion. What about things that are too good to be true? Prioritizing something that is unrealistic. If you have some real business acumen or a good team behind you, excuse me, and you're an excellent musician and you've proven that you can sell on SoundCloud, whatever that is. I'm not a rapper. I don't know. And you have a lot of Instagram follows, and then when you drop a mixtape, people buy it independent. And by the way, if you're going to do that, go ahead and stay independent. There's so much that goes on behind closed doors in the music industry. I would advise you not to do it, but if you're going to sign a deal, understand it might be more than what you think. But I digress. You can do your research on that and draw your own conclusion. But if you feel like you can rap, that's another thing, your feelings. Men, you cannot afford to prioritize your feelings. You can feel like the sky is indigo, violet. What are some other derivatives of blue? Fuchsia, whatever you want to call it, but it's blue. Doggone it. The sky is blue. You can't feel like you're going to the NFL. You can't feel like your album's going to go platinum. You can't feel like you can be an engineer without an engineering degree, or at least some experience in a highly technical field that does that same type of work. Your feelings don't count for jack in the real world, man. I'm sorry to tell you. And if that hurts your feelings, you know what? Maybe you need them hurt. Maybe you need them stomped on till they dull away so you can get down to logic. I know I might sound a little bit rough, but if you're a man, somebody should have told you this. And if that didn't happen, I apologize. But that's why we're having these conversations. And if this is your first time hearing something like this, hey, I do it with my students every day. Somebody's got to tell you the truth. Now, for me, my priority is generational wealth for my children and making sure that my mother is as comfortable as I can make her for the rest of her days. With that being said, that makes my second priority working so I can make sure I take care of them. Let me rephrase that. My first priority is myself. Let me explain. If I don't take care of me, I can't take care of the people that are dependent on me. So I have to rest so I can work, so I can take care of those people. I have a friend who contributes a lot into my life, so that person gets contributions back. That person can call on me for whatever they need because I can call on that person for whatever I need. And that person has proven it too. I have a few people who I speak to, but it's more than that. I don't ask them for anything except maybe some advice. Oh, I showed my son something with one of these people. One of them is my brother. He may be listening. I said, AJ, watch this. I called a blood relative. I didn't need anything. I just asked, hey, let me borrow $1,000. I ain't got it. I can't do it. Now I don't know about, okay. That person ain't got no problem asking me for anything, but okay. So I said, all right, AJ, now watch this. I called my brother up. Hey, man, I need $1,000. Now, at this time, this is before he started his career in the medical field as a doctor, and he really didn't have the money. But he's like, well, I don't have it right now. I said, okay, well, as soon as you get it, let me get it. It's an emergency. Okay, as soon as I can scratch it up, you got it. And I told him I didn't need anything. I just wanted my son to see that people respond to you differently when you're a priority for them. Now, with all that being said, those people who are in my life, I prioritize for them. There may be a time my children or my mother want something unreasonable. And mom really ain't like that, to be honest. She may do something unreasonable, and I have to explain to her, hey, that's not going to work how you think it is. Let me take care of that. With the children, they may want things that are not a priority. With children, though, you have to give them some leeway because they don't understand yet. So you explain to them, okay, that's a no, or that's a maybe, or I'll do this, but over time that's going to stop, and here's why. So they learn how to prioritize too. So I have to prioritize their needs and wants and what they learned for them. Now, once you get in a position where you have passive income, meaning you don't have to get out there and work hour for dollar, salary for dollar, or time for dollar, and you get to the point where money is making itself for you, then you get more leeway to prioritize rest and relaxation and vacationing and all that type of thing. Right now, if we do a vacation, I take the company that's been set up for my mother, and we do that as a business trip, and we make sure there's business being handled, revenue being generated, and the trip takes care of itself. And because she's still, the company's still being built for her, we do that sparingly. Now's not the time to splurge. And we prioritize what we need first, and we prioritize doing what we have to first. Then we can do and have what we want. And I think that sums it up. That came from the great debaters. You do what you need. So you have to do what you need first so you can do what you want later. Do what you have to do now so you can have what you want later. I do hope that sums it up. I'm at 400 subscribers now, and I thank you. On YouTube, I've been stagnant around 2,500 folks on TikTok, so I'm going to stick to making nothing but short content on TikTok because it looked like as I started extending the length of my content there, the viewership started stagnating. So, okay, no problem, TikTok. We'll keep it short over there, and I'll just give links for this channel on YouTube. I'm developing the Facebook and the Instagram. I am going to start breaking up older videos into shorts, so you'll be able to see different shorts on different channels. or different social media platforms so you can take a look at that. Your subscription is appreciated. Hit the like button or the dislike button. Make a comment, negative or positive. Just don't be disrespectful. And again, I appreciate anybody who has subscribed or followed. And as always, never lose the will to win and never lose the will to survive.